ओके, नमस्कार, हेलो, वेलकम, गुड इवनिंग। क्या मेरा आवाज क्लियर है? प्लीज टाइप यस इन द चैट बॉक्स अगर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं। यस, ग्रेट, सुपर। सो आप सभी का स्वागत है फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री एंड प्रोफेशनल दैट इज फिप आयोजित इस इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम नंबर 37 में। जिस आज का टॉपिक है लीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सिस्टम अपनी बिजनेस प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ाने के लिए, जिसे लेने वाले हैं एक ऐसी शख्सियत जिनके बारे में मैं कहूंगा कि अगर उनकी एनर्जी देखी जाए, उनका जो चार्म देखा जाए, तो यंग, हैंडसम एंड डायनामिक मिस्टर पवन विज। उनके बारे में हम आगे जानने ही वाले, उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने और सुनने ही वाले। लेकिन जो ये फिप है, फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री एंड प्रोफेशन, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा जान लेते हैं कि ये आखिर है क्या, जो ये प्रोग्राम लगातार 37 वीक्स से इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस के बारे में ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं। सो ये है फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री एंड प्रोफेशनल, a unique and a multi-stakeholder organization of visionary industrialists, businessmen and professionals. इन लोगों की एक ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन who share a commitment to shape the future of the industry and society at large. So ये बड़ा एक ख्वाब लेके, एक बड़ा विजन लेके उतरी है फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज प्रोफेशनल्स, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बाय प्रोफेशनल्स फॉर प्रोफेशनल। सो क्या है ये फिप? इट्स अ नॉन गवर्नमेंटल, नॉन पॉलिटिकल, नॉन ट्रेड यूनियन एंड नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. It's incorporated in October 2020 with the objective to propel a small and medium business movement across the country. जो भी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, बिजनेसमैन है, प्रोफेशनल्स है, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, उनकी एक आवाज बनने की एक कोशिश, एक जिद लेके फिप आपके लिए यहाँ पे उपस्थित है। और it serves its members from the Indian private and public corporate sectors, also a platform for networking and collaboration. So this is all about FIP. FIP के ये बहुत सारे बिजनेस नेटवर्क, ये एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, बिजनेस स्पॉट, बिजनेस डिजिटल, बिजनेस कट्टा, बिजनेस यूथ एंड बिजनेस वुमेन। सो हर तरीके के प्रोफेशनल्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, बिजनेसमैन एंड इंडस्ट्रियल्स के लिए एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम खड़े करने के लिए FIP यहाँ पे है। ओके, सो ये इसका डीएनए क्या है, गंगोत्री उगम स्थान क्या है फिप का? सो ये है सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ। इसके रूट्स जो है उसमें आपको दिखेगा, फिप का रूट है सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ, एम्पावरमेंट ऑफ ऑल बिजनेसमैन, प्रोफेशनल, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट एंड क्रिएट समथिंग फॉर द नेशन, फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, फॉर इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट। एक शाश्वत विकास, सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ, सशक्तिकरण और एक सृजन का काम करने के लिए फिप का निर्माण हुआ है। शाश्वत वाढ, सक्षमीकरण और निर्मिति, इन तीनों चीजों के लिए। सो दिस इज अबाउट डीएनए। ये तो रूट्स था, तो इसका उद्देश्य क्या है, इसके फ्रूट्स क्या रहेंगे? इसके फ्रूट्स रहेंगे टू एंश्योर कंटिन्यूअस वैल्यू क्रिएशन फॉर ऑल आवर कोलैबोरेटर्स। हमारे जो सभी सहयोगी, फिर वो बिजनेसमैन है, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, प्रोफेशनल्स है, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, इन सभी के लिए निरंतर मूल्य सृजन सुनिश्चित करना, व्हॅल्यू ऍडिशन करना, व्हॅल्यू क्रिएशन करना फॉर ऑल आवर कोलॅबोरेटर्स। आमच्या सर्व सहकाऱ्यांसाठी खात्रीशीरपणे सातत्याने मूल्य वाढवणे। सो ये तीन चीजों के लिए फिप काम कर रही है, अल्टीमेट पर्पज है उसका, इस फिप के निर्माण के पीछे का। सो ये दिखेगा कैसे? ये जो पेड़ जो खड़ा कर रही है फिप, ये आगे जाके कैसे दिखेगा? सो टू ग्रो एज ए इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट लीडर ऑफ नेशन through absolute entrepreneurship empowerment activities. I will repeat it again. To grow as an economical development leader of nation through absolute entrepreneurship empowerment activities. पूर्ण उद्यमिता सशक्तिकरण गतिविधि के माध्यम से राष्ट्र के आर्थिक विकास के नेता के रूप में विकसित होना, ये है विजन फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल्स का। निरपेक्ष उद्योजकता सक्षमीकरणाच्या क्रियाकलापाद्वारे राष्ट्राचा आर्थिक विकास नेता म्हणून वाढणे। सो ये है इसका जो विजन, ये दिखेगा कैसे? सो ये करने के लिए इसकी टहनियां, ये तो दिखेगा कुछ सालों बाद ऐसे करते हुए फिप जो रहेगा, वो उसकी जो विजन ये है, लेकिन उसके लिए जो उसकी टहनियां है वो है, उसके मिशन जो है वो है क्रिएटिंग अ वर्ल्ड क्लास बॉडी ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंशियल एंड पावरफुल इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, बिजनेसमैन एंड प्रोफेशनल्स टू प्रोवाइड अ प्लेटफॉर्म to 5 lakh SMEs for economic empowerment. 5 लाख इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, बिजनेसमैन एंड प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म खड़ा करना है जिसमें इकोनॉमिक एम्पावरमेंट उनकी भी हो, नेशन की भी हो, और क्योंकि ये जो सभी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स रहेंगे ये इन्फ्लुएंशियल एंड पावरफुल इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट इनकी बॉडी के साथ जुड़े हुए रहेंगे। सो आर्थिक सशक्तिकरण के लिए प्रभावशाली और शक्तिशाली उद्योगपतियों, उद्यमियों, व्यापारियों और पेशेवरों का विश्व स्तरीय व्यासपीठ बना के 5 लाख एसएमई को एक मंच प्रदान करना, यही इसका मिशन। सो व्हाट इज द कोर ऑब्जेक्टिव इन टहनियों तक। आपको बरगद का पेड़ पता होगा कि बरगद की जो टहनियां रहती है उससे भी कुछ रूट्स निकलती है और आगे जाके वो भी जमीन में जाके वो खुद एक पेड़ बन जाती है और उसका जो विस्तार है वो बढ़ते जाता है, उसकी ताकत बढ़ती जाती है। तो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, वो है इनिशिएटिव फॉर ट्रेनिंग और लर्निंग एंड मेंटरिंग। जिस जो रूट्स निकलेंगे टहनियों से भी, ये है इनिशिएटिव फॉर ट्रेनिंग, लर्निंग एंड मेंटरिंग। इंस्पायर टू प्रमोट कोलैबोरेशन, पार्टनरिंग एंड इन्वेस्टर्स। उसके साथ है इंटरेक्टिव एंड ग्रुप मीटिंग्स। फोर्थ वन इज इनिशिएटिव फॉर वेबिनार, सेमिनार्स, वर्कशॉप, कॉन्फ्रेंस, समिट, एग्जीबिशन, रोड शो। जो भी जरूरी है एंटरप्रेन्योर्स और इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट और बिजनेसमैन प्रोफेशनल्स के एम्पावरमेंट के लिए, वो सब करना, ये है ऑब्जेक्टिव फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल्स का। प्रोवाइड अ प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर नेटवर्किंग, योर नेटवर्क डिसाइड्स योर नेटवर्थ। सो अपना नेटवर्क कैसे बढ़े, रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग अक्रॉस सिटीज एंड कंट्रीज ऑल्सो, टू डेवलप मैकेनिज्म फॉर रेफरल्स, कनेक्शन एंड लीड जनरेशन। उसी के साथ टू टेक इनिशिएटिव फॉर बिजनेस कॉन्क्लेव्स विद अदर चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स ऑल्सो। सो कोलैबोरेशन इसके रग रग में बसा हुआ है, इसलिए अलग जो चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स रहेंगे, इंडस्ट्रियल एसोसिएशन रहेंगे या प्रोफेशनल एसोसिएशन रहेंगे, उनके साथ भी कोलैबोरेशन करना, यह ऑब्जेक्टिव। और देखेंगे इसमें क्या है, टू फोकस टू रीच इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोफेशनल ग्रुप्स, ये एक ऑब्जेक्टिव है। टू प्रमोट डिजिटल मार्केटिंग विद सोशल मीडिया, आज की जो जरूरत है सबसे ज्यादा। टू प्रमोट हेल्थ, सोशल एंड एनवायरमेंटल एक्टिविटीज। सो एक सभी तरीके से एक ऑलराउंडर ग्रोथ सभी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स या प्रोफेशनल्स की करने के लिए, हेल्थ भी है, सोशल भी है, एनवायरमेंटल एक्टिविटीज भी है। टू क्रिएट अ प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर बायर्स एंड सेलर्स ऑल्सो। 5 लाख लोग रहेंगे तो सोचिए उनके बायर्स और सेलर्स के लिए भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म रहेगा। टू क्रिएट मल्टीपल इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर्स फॉर बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशनल्स एंड टू सपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री और पॉलिसी चेंज एंड पॉलिसी रिकमेंडेशन ऑल्सो अलॉन्ग विद गवर्नमेंट। जब इतनी ताकत आगे होगी हमारे साथ तो हम पॉलिसी चेंज और पॉलिसी रिकमेंडेशन के लिए भी गवर्नमेंट के साथ सामने उनके बैठ सकेंगे। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द कोर ऑब्जेक्टिव। सो हम देखेंगे एक सर्कल है, बिजनेस इज ऑल अबाउट सॉल्विंग पीपल्स प्रॉब्लम्स, पॉल मार्क्सन ने कहा है। सो हेल्पिंग पीपल एज अ बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी, तो इसमें हम देखेंगे लोगों को मदद करना है, उनकी जो नीड है वो जानना है और उस नीड के अकॉर्डिंग सर्विस प्रोवाइड करना है और उससे हम लोगों की मदद करते हैं। तो ये एक चक्कर है जो एक दूसरे से जुड़ा हुआ है। सो इस सर्कल में हम लोगों को और बिजनेस पीपल को मदद करना, ये ऑब्जेक्टिव है। क्या कॉमन प्रॉब्लम और सॉल्यूशंस है एंड हाउ टू बी सक्सेसफुल इन बिजनेस, सिंपल। आज ही मैंने एक कोट पढ़ा ब्रायन ट्रेसी का, आप सभी को पता होगा, इफ यू वांट टू बी सक्सेसफुल हेल्प इनफ पीपल टू बिकम सक्सेसफुल। और इसी सोच के साथ हमें भी औरों को उनके बिजनेस में सक्सेसफुल होने के लिए मदद करनी है, तो हमारा बिजनेस भी अपने आप सक्सेसफुल होता है। सो इससे क्या होता है, जब हम बिजनेसमैन को मदद करते हैं उसका बिजनेस बढ़ाने के लिए, उसको बढ़ने के लिए, अपने आप इंडस्ट्री ग्रो होती है। इंडस्ट्री ग्रो होती है तो नेशन का भी जीडीपी बढ़ता है और नेशन की भी ग्रोथ होती है। सो हम देखते हैं इससे इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट भी होते हैं, जीडीपी भी बढ़ता है। सो ओवरऑल हम जब एक दूसरे को मदद करते हैं बिजनेस बढ़ाने के लिए, हम अपने देश को भी आगे बढ़ने के लिए मदद करते हैं। आज ऐसा कहा जाता है सबसे बड़ा सोशल वर्कर ये एंटरप्रेन्योर है, बिजनेसमैन है, क्योंकि वो सबसे ज्यादा जॉब क्रिएट करता है, अपने इंडस्ट्री के जीडीपी की ग्रोथ में कंट्रीब्यूशन करता है। इससे बड़ा कोई सोशल वर्क नहीं है, ऐसा कहा जाता है एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए। तो हमें एक दूसरे की मदद करनी है नेशन बिल्डिंग के लिए। पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट में भी यहाँ पे काम किया जाएगा। पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट में हम देखेंगे सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, सेल्फ नॉलेज, टैलेंट, नो योरसेल्फ टू ग्रो योरसेल्फ। इस फिलोसॉफी के साथ उनका पोटेंशियल है, ड्रीम है, उनकी क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ, इसके साथ भी काम करना है। और उसी के साथ प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट में लर्निंग है, मेंटोरिंग है, कंसल्टेशन है, प्रैक्टिस है, स्टडी, इंप्रूव, रिफ्लेक्शन। सो पर्सनल एंड प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट, so it's all about relationship with self and others, conflict management, positive vibrations, self awareness, collaboration, belonging, esteem, power, fun। ये जो all about relationship की जो नीड है, जो रूट की नीड्स है, उन नीड पे काम करना, ये FIIP का उद्देश्य है। So how it industry helps to overcome their challenges, इससे ये करने से हम अपने जो बिजनेस में चैलेंजेस आते हैं डे टू डे लाइफ में या ओवरऑल चैलेंजेस, उसको भी ओवरकम कर पाएंगे। तो कौन से चैलेंजेस है, बेसिक 6 चैलेंजेस जिसके ऊपर फिर काम करते हैं। वैसे तो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस आते हैं, लेकिन ये जो 6 बेसिक चैलेंजेस है, इसके ऊपर अगर हम काम करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली हम काफी हद तक बाकी मुश्किलों का भी सामना कर पाएंगे। तो पहला चैलेंज है बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी, उसके ये डिटेल्स है। उसमें अगर हम रूट में जाए तो मार्केटिंग, रिक्रूटमेंट, मैनेजमेंट, सेल्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, ये 6 मेन चैलेंजेस है जिसके ऊपर फिप काम करती है और एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करती है। इसके लिए हम और क्या करते हैं, तो वीकली बिजनेस मीटिंग भी होती है, जो इस वेनेसडे को ओपन नेटवर्किंग रहेगा 7 से 8 और 8 से 10। आप एज अ गेस्ट भी उस मीटिंग में पहली बार 2 बार आ सकते हैं। उसके डिटेल्स आपको यहाँ पे दिए हुए हैं। आपको ग्रुप में भी इसकी लिंक, चैट बॉक्स में भी इसकी लिंक दी गई है। यू कैन ज्वाइन दैट प्रोग्राम। और आप देखेंगे कैसे आंतरमन एक साथ आते हैं, आप एक दूसरे को रेफरेंस शेयर करते हैं, अपने बिजनेस के बारे में प्रेजेंट करते हैं, खुद को प्रेजेंट करते हैं, अपना कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ता है और एक दूसरे को रेफरेंस देने से बिजनेस भी जनरेट होता है। ये सब आप वीकली बिजनेस मीटिंग में आके देख सकते हो। सो नेटवर्किंग ऑल्सो वन पार्ट ऑफ दिस फेडरेशन। सो फर्स्ट चैप्टर शिवनेरी लॉन्च हुआ था 1 मई 2021 को। अब तक 24 मेंबर हो चुके हैं। आप देखेंगे मई मतलब कुछ ही महीने हुए, और अब तक 461 रेफरल्स, ओनली लास्ट मंथ 461 रेफरल जनरेट हुए। और लास्ट मंथ का जो बिजनेस जनरेट हुआ है एक दूसरे को रेफरेंस देके, वो है 46,68,000। सो ये है ताकत रेफरेंस की, ये है ताकत। सो प्लानिंग टू मोर देन 10 चैप्टर्स। अभी फॉर पैन इंडिया लेवल पे हम ऐसे 10 चैप्टर ओपन करने वाले हैं। सो दिस इज द लिंक। बिजनेस कट्टा करके और एक हमारा प्रोडक्ट है, उसके बारे में भी आप इस लिंक पे जाएंगे तो आपको डिटेल पता चल जाएंगे। ओके। सो इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम, जैसे कहा कि नेटवर्किंग एक पार्ट है, दूसरा पार्ट है इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस, जिसको बहुत ही सराहना, बहुत ही सपोर्ट मिला है, लोगों का प्रतिसाद बहुत अच्छी तरीके से मिला है। तो ये क्या है इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस, जो इंडस्ट्री से रिलेटेड हमने कुछ लोगों ने इसमें स्टडी की होगी या एक्सपीरियंस होगा, लेकिन डे टू डे लाइफ में या जो करंट जो चल रहा है, क्या चैलेंजेस इंडस्ट्री में है, हमारे प्रॉब्लम्स, उससे रिगार्डिंग जो एक्चुअल स्टडी कॉलेज का किताबों का और एक्चुअल इंडस्ट्री, इसके बीच में जो एक गैप नजर आता है, उस गैप को बाहर निकालने के लिए, इसको गैप को भरने के लिए ये प्रोग्राम फिप द्वारा आयोजित किया गया इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम। तो ये इसमें क्या क्या होता है, स्टार्टिंग अ बिजनेस हो, ट्रेडिंग across borders, paying taxes, getting credit, resolving insolvency, getting construction permits, registration property, enforcing contracts, getting electricity, बहुत से जो ease of doing business के लिए जो awareness जरूरी है, उसके बारे में प्रोग्राम यहाँ लिए जाते हैं। आप काफी देर से मुझे सुन रहे हैं, तो मेरी थोड़ी सी पहचान आपको करा दूं। आई एम योगेश उंडे, मेरे 4 बिजनेसेस है, और फिफ्थ में मैं एज अ करंट डायरेक्टर कंसल्टेंट करके काम कर रहा हूँ। और मुझे मौका मिला कि इसी इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम में कुछ प्रोग्राम मुझे भी लेने मिले। इसकी जो शुरुआत हुई थी, उसका पहला प्रोग्राम लेने का मौका मुझे मिला था, अघटित काल, सुनियोजित प्रगति, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज नीति के ऊपर। और उसी के साथ आप देखेंगे ऐसे अलग 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 प्रोग्राम हुए हैं, अलग अलग सेक्टर के बारे में। सो अब तक जो है टोटल 36 प्रोग्राम हो चुके हैं, और आज का हमारा प्रोग्राम 37 नंबर है, इंप्रूव योर बिजनेस प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बाय लीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सिस्टम। सो फिप के इंपॉर्टेंट लिंक है, ये भी आपको आगे जाके मिलेंगे। तो हम हमारे प्रोग्राम की तरफ जाते हैं, जो आज का टॉपिक है, इंप्रूव योर बिजनेस प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बाय लीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सिस्टम। अगर थ्योरी में देखे जाए तो लीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का मतलब है जो भी प्रोडक्शन में जो टाइम है, उसका जो टाइम कम करना, जो ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, या हमारी तरफ वेंडर का हमारी तरफ जो रिस्पॉन्स टाइम है, या हमारी कस्टमर की तरफ जो रिस्पॉन्स टाइम है, उसको कम करना। ये थ्योरेटिकल जो उसकी डेफिनेशन है मोटा मोटा। लेकिन इसको एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में जिस इंसान ने जिया है, मैं बोलूंगा इस टॉपिक को घोल के पिया है, ऐसे
Does this hang?
Pawan Vij, you can continue with your presentation.
Fair enough. And my voice is audible?
Yes, sir, your voice is audible.
Perfect. My slides is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Good evening, friends. Once again, I hope that you are able to hear me and you are able to see me. First of all, thanks to Mr. Devkar and Mr. Yogesh for wonderful representation of FIIP, the Federation of Indian Industry and Professionals. Absolutely, that is a need of ours, basically, where not the only Indian industry and even professionals comes together and share with each other what they are gaining, not in terms of money, it is in terms of knowledge, experience. And that is why we always say that 1 and 1 is not 2, it is making in 11. And where the FIIP is planning to have a 10 more chapter, this will be almost exponential growth. And it is not the growth only for FIIP, it will be a growth of nation, what very well narrated by Mr. Yogesh in his presentation. So another 45 minutes, I'll take you through about the concept about lean. In the beginning, I will be a bit slow to understand about the lean, what is lean, and then how it moves to industry, and what is the best practices for the lean manufacturing system. First of all, anything what we do in our business or in our job also as a private job sector, everything linked with the profitability. Whatever we do or we take our actions in the system, in the process, as an entrepreneur, as a job person or any position person, everything comes to the financial matters. And now how to link those topics, whatever we are talking about, lean or other things, to the business profitability. That is the today another 45 minutes where I will be running through. So, however, just to elaborate a bit more back in the about lean manufacturing system, actually the origin of lean manufacturing system has come from Toyota and Ford. They were used to be a giant, or today also as on date when we speak, the giant manufacturer of the world and share the top 1 and top 3 ranking in the automotive forum. But slowly last 20 years, we could see that this concept of lean manufacturing is not limited to only automotive or their subdomain. It is now expanding to any manufacturing unit which wanted to earn and better profit from their manufacturing. You can see the way in 1800, where the car or component or a product used to be the craft production, basically a single piece, a limousine. And then when the demand grew in the market, in the globally, every company moved to the production system, which is called mass production system, means to produce the quantity, to produce in bulk, to cater the world. But even though they could see that they are, in spite of making more number of product, they are not able to churn the profit. One time has come in Toyota and Ford, even they were highest production maker, but they were making the losses in the manufacturing industry, which is as on date also we see very much relevant. We can see some of the manufacturing companies, be it anything we are talking about, computers or any hardware or fast moving consumer goods or automotive component. Some companies are making good profit, running and doing the exponentially growth. And on the other side, we are seeing some of the companies are not able to even get their profit. And year on year, they see the trajectory on downward side. Even though material is same, component is same, people are same, how the one company is different performance from the another company. And there the role of this lean manufacturing system plays vital. And after 1947, especially 1950, when Toyota, Mr. Ohio, present the Toyota production system, which is majorly known today as a lean manufacturing system, establish the concept. And from there on, we see the trends that now Toyota, Ford, General Motor kind of company, they are always remaining the top 3 in the world by implementing those manufacturing system. Again, one more thing, the lean is came to the picture not only for the manufacturing practices. When we go through and the slides also, it is a huge and big concept and ideology when it is put into the corporation or in a company. It works in every area, not only manufacturing, supply chain, or HR, people, human resources, research and development. Every area this can be used. And we see that almost now we are talking about 1950 to 2020, 170 years, it is proven of lean manufacturing system where companies are cherishing those things. And Six Sigma is its byproduct, which is evolved in 2004. And we know the Six Sigma, how it is bringing the quality into system. So start with my introduction, which is already done with Mr. Yogesh. And thank you very much, Mr. Yogesh, for my introduction. So my name is Pawan Vij. I am carrying around 25 years of automotive and renewable sectors experience in the manufacturing area, working under the domain of the Progressive Mind, which is my company name, where I'm working on the lean manufacturing system establishments. In 45 minutes, I'll run through a very top view of a lean manufacturing system. Post that, if someone wants to interested about their implementation on their shop floor, on their business, how the profitability is coming from the area, all those questions can be answered on my personal mobile number or my email ID. And you can connect on my email also, any kind of support you are needing for implementation on your shop floor business too. Now, coming to the first step of lean, we are talking about, and we know as a businessman and colleagues, those who are there, that anything which is called price, they are having 2 constituents in that. One is a cost and second is a profit margin, which is very clearly the triangle also very much visible, that overall margin is equal to price minus what is the cost of the product. Now coming to the part of cost, predominantly the cost is which incur to produce that good. So now my overall presentation will be not limited to automotive. It will be talking about any manufacturing component, material, commodity, what you are producing in your company. This contains of material, labor, overheads. These are the 3 predominantly costs are there. And then you add some profit margin, which is equal to coming to the price, and then you sell your material to the market. But this was era which is 15-20 years before. Today, whatever cost of my manufacturing is coming, and if I wanted to have a 10% profit margin into it, and the price which is coming, if it is not matching with my competitor's price on the same product, can my product sold in the market? Answer is no. If my price is too high and my customer is not willing to take that product worth of that price, will my product will be sellable in the market? Answer is no. So it means the simple equation of cost plus margin is equal to price is no more hold good in the current scenario. Now, who decides this price? The price is decided by three basic elements, which is called 3C model. The price of a component, material, commodity, or any product is decided by customer. Why I say so? Even if you are having very good product, but the competitors are having the similar kind of product in the same price or lesser price, certainly you are out of the business. So customer decide your price. Second, competitor define your price. To remain in the market, because we remain doing the business, the basic is to generate the profit. It is not to generate the revenue, it is generate the profits. And how you can generate the profit? Remain competent and remain good number of potential growth in your business. It means you have to be remain competitive in your market also. So price is also defined by competitors. Third part is cost. The cost of your product, if is higher and against to your competitor, can you put into the margin and sell the material in the market? Answer is no. So it means if your cost is also too high, which is beyond the competitive market and customer is not willing to take, you cannot sell your commodity product in the market. So these three C's are controlling overall price of the commodity. So now we have understood from this up to this slide, the price is fixed, where now in current generation where we are sitting in the volatile, uncertain, competitive and ambiguous VUCA world, the price is not in our hand. Now second question comes, can I run the complete business in 0% profit margin? Answer is no. What is a right profit margin? Is purely depend upon company to company. But certainly, you would like to, as an ownership of a company or a job person, you would like to have a profit margin which is a substantial and required year-on-year growth into your business. So now, second part where profit is also, let's say, fixed, which is X, and year on year, you would like to improve your profit on your business. What is left? The cost. So your price is fixed. You wanted to remain in a good profitability in your business. Your variable is left over with cost. What is a cost now? I'm coming to the last point from where it will start. The element of cost is basic, as I narrated. Three costs are there: the material cost, the labor cost, and expenses, or we say it overheads. The material cost is also two type of material cost is there. One is a direct material and second is a indirect material. Just to elaborate in two lines, direct material, what we say always raw material, by which component, product or any commodity is being made. Iron, plastics, any polymer, any hardware, these are called direct material. Indirect material, to manufacturing that component, commodity or product, you need some kind of material which does not or which do not go along with the product. They are called indirect material. For example, if you are making some component in the manufacturing line, you use some kind of alcohol, some kind of isopropyl solvent, you use some Tagorex, some cleaning wipers, or other stuffs basically, or cleaning agent or anything. These are called indirect material, which is also required as a part of your process to produce that good. Second comes, which is called labor cost. There are two kinds of labor cost: direct labor, indirect labor. Just to make it more clear among our team, the direct labor who produces the component, it is called direct labor, and indirect is called always staff or any people or manufacturer supervisors in an HR function, controlling function, supply chain management, procurement, research and development, all the people, those who are indirectly supported to make that product, it is called indirect labor. Sometimes it is called staff too. And third is called expenses, direct expenses and indirect expenses, like overheads, depreciation, interest cost, land cost, rental cost, electricity cost, utility cost. They are called direct and indirect expenses. So with this complete, if I can add together material cost, labor cost, expense cost, these are the three basic things which makes our overall product costing. Now, again, there's a bifurcation of this complete cost. One is called controllable cost. Second is called uncontrollable cost, or let's say non-controllable cost. So, give you some of the examples. If you are running a factory, you are running a company, the electricity is being used in your plant for manufacturing purpose, for your office, air condition and everything. The usage of that electricity in your plant, in your office, in your company is in your control. You can optimize it the way you want by making better process in any of the area, not focus only on manufacturing, other areas also. For example, if it is a winter season, you can switch off your air conditioner in your office. That is called controllable. On the contrary, if the state board decide to increase the unit cost of electricity from 1 rupees to 2 rupees, for example, is it in your control? Answer is no. That is called uncontrollable cost. In that way, in steel, when you are producing any component which is made of steel, glass, iron, polymer, or any kind of stuff, while you are manufacturing those components, can you optimize usage of those material? Can you optimize your rejection and rework? Answer is yes. That is called controllables. But the price of steel, the price of glass, price of aluminium, can you control in your purview? Answer is no. So that is called uncontrollable cost. So now from up to now, where we have seen profit is equal to cost and margins. There is a question there. Now you have a three area where the overall cost is coming, which is material cost, labor cost, and expenses. And now coming to the second last part is controllable cost and uncontrollable cost. Now, how to control this controllable cost is the base of implementation of lean manufacturing system. Because price you cannot control, margin you wanted to have it, uncontrolled things you cannot control. So the controllable, if it is these controllables are also not in control in your factory, office and plant, certainly your product or material will be unviable in the market and business will not be able to grow the way you are looking for. Hence, focus is more on controllables in the cost. This slides which talks about overall in the first area. When we talk about this area, this is a complete plant. And when I say plant, is a factory which talks about all the division, because any factory is not consist of only manufacturing unit. It consists of different functions in the plant company. So overall, electricity and power cost, direct manpower cost, out of the office people, peons, water boy, everyone, indirect manpower, your staff member in HR function, supply chain, procurement, purchase, marketing, sales, they are all indirect manpower. Your plant processing cost, production cost, and indirect material cost. These are the overall plant cost. From there, now I am bringing overall scenario towards the production cost, which is in the center of production cost. Electricity and power, which is required to produce that component. Processing cost, direct labor required for producing that material, component, commodity is a direct labor cost. While making that process or while making that product, sometimes we find that our product is not first time okay. So what we do rework on that. This is called rework cost to make it open. Okay. Some of the process and some of the industry are such where the rework of the component or a commodity is not possible. And there, this half manufactured component goes as scrap, and that is called scrap cost. And narrated in the previous slide, any material which is called indirect material, which is being used to produce that component and commodity indirectly, is called consumable cost. So this is the overall 6 major cost which is controllable in the production area, where we will be focusing in our next slides. I hope that my communication is effective and you are able to understand. Now, take a view of this complete things. It looks maybe first very heavy, but once we go through, you will understand that is a base of lean manufacturing system. This is called house of lean. And the structure is, you can see it looks to be a cottage, and on the top side and bottom is a base, which is a flat. Because in the top side, we always want best quality. Our customer always want best quality. Can I share the best quality in the highest price? Will my customer may buy? Possibly yes, but I will not be able to certainly increase my market share, because if I am expensive as compared to our competitors. So what is the best scenario for creating value for customer and society? Is best quality and lowest cost. That is a best solution to have. Easy to say, difficult to do. How it carried out, I'll take it through. Now, if come to the bottom line of the complete this cottage, the 3 things which are more important for any organization or any business. Standard work. I will take through more detail in the coming slides also. Standard work. Standardization of your work. If today I'm working in some different way, and tomorrow if I'm producing the component in a different direction, and third day I'm producing this component in a different way, all the 3 products will be different. And maybe it lead to some quality problem in the market. And when the problem is coming, we will not be able to understand from where the problem is coming, because I have 3 different processes to produce the same product. So I do not know which work has to be improved. And that is why if you have a standard work in your organization or way of working, you can get to the root cause analysis to find the problem, and you can fix the topic or fix the problem. System stability. I'll take to the system stability, the second topic, but I'll come to the teamwork. If 10 team members are working to produce a product and they are not working in the standard work and the team is not aligned. And when I say team, it is not only the manufacturing unit. If I say that from manufacturing to sales and marketing, if I am producing the goods which is not required by my sales and marketing team, can my sales and marketing team sell the product? Possibly not. And if the sales and marketing is required that kind of product which we are not able to produce in the manufacturing, will it going to work? Answer is no. So it means there is a very, very great teamwork is needed. And it is not only manufacturing and sales, HR to manufacturing. You need to have a best practices so that teamwork is stable. Coming to the second part, which I missed, system stability. There are 7 systems of learning on which this complete system is stable. Problem solving. If I am not able to solve my problem on the line, on the plant, on the organization, and problems will keep on hovering on us, this will lead to weaker in the organization, which will turn to the reducing in profitability. Visual display. We have seen, we must have visited multiple factories and we could see that lot of visual displays are on the shop floor board and other area also. And in our daily routine also, when we are on the square, on the road square, we see red, yellow, green display. Nowhere, or maybe most of the area, it is not mentioned what is the meaning of red, what is the meaning of yellow, and what is the meaning of green. But by virtue of our experience, knowledge, now we know red means to stop, yellow means to start, and green means to run. That is the beauty of visual display. In the marketing field, if you see the half-cut apple, you need not to talk about which product we are talking about. Automatically, it goes with the iPhone. And that is the beauty of visual display, where you need not to put the name, automatically you get to know what is the meaning of that. Level production, demand versus supply. You cannot produce the material which is not required in the market. That is called demand and supply. Go and see, look your market and produce in such a way. You must have a deeper analysis of your market so that you are moving, but you are watching your business scientifically. It is not only piece of paper that what is going to happen in 1 year of time. You must have your scientific method to see your business, how it is going to look at for next 2 years, 3 years, and 5 years of time. Important point, eliminate waste. We day-to-day basis generate so many wastages, even we cannot count, actually speaking. So as in a manufacturing area, so and in the business area, how to improve those waste. Seek challenges. Make your life always challenging. Keep on running to find the new opportunity to improve by the first point, problem solving. So these are the first house which talks about system of learning, standard work, and teamwork. So this, if this base is clear in any organization, certainly organization can produce best quality at lowest cost, which is a complete lean manufacturing system. Now we will go to the next slide to understand and bifurcation of this slide. Coming out from that cottage, basically, there's total 6 S. Up till now, I think our colleague must have heard about 5 S. Siri, Cetone, there are 5 S from the Japanese. But now, we have seen in a lot of companies, the safety are being bypassed and the company having major accident on the shop floor on the business, and plant is shut for 1 day or 2 days. That is why this has been added very recently in last almost 4 to 5 years before. Safety as a 6th S in the complete system. What is those S? Sort, necessity create better productivity. And this is as I said and keep on mentioning again and again, not only focus on manufacturing unit. For example, if you have a almirah with hundreds and thousands of papers which are kept inside, and you are looking for one page which you wanted to have it, and it happens actually in our day-to-day business also, in our house also, when we are looking the paper from which is very important, we are not able to find in time. Thousands of paper lying in the cupboard, but the paper which I am looking at or we are looking at is not available. That is a first base sort. Necessity creates better productivity. If we keep the things in the right direction, right way, certainly I am reducing my time over there to find it, and indirectly it always helps my productivity. Productivity does not mean always a material production. It is a productivity of your hours also. If you take 20 minutes to find one paper, or if you find only 1 minute to find a paper, you are quite comparably 90%, 100%, 80% productive. Number 2 point, straighten, creating ergonomically friendly workplace. Do not generate the heap of area, long racks, long material where people cannot reach, too much bending. We have seen multiple area, too much big racks are there where people are not able to reach it, too much unwanted positions in the operation and manufacturing area where person cannot work continuously, their neck is paining or hand is paining or shoulder is paining. That is called also indirectly reduction in your productivity. Because if your neck is paining or back is paining, certainly after 1 hour or 2 hours of time, you will not remain as productive as you were there in the start of the day. So you need to bring your business also ergonomically friendly workplace. This is a second S. Third S, sweep, eliminate source of contamination. That is always linked with the root cause analysis, which we may talk about in the later of the slide. If we have to work in the right product, when we wanted to improve our rework cost or rejection cost, we have to, in the line, in the plant, in the manufacturing area, or in any area, eliminate the source of contamination. Means eliminate the source of error then and there. If we pass and if we allow this error to happen, and we have seen many companies, many factories, they have done so far. And they have paid a huge penalty for that. And if you allow to do that, you are losing the market, you are losing the quality, you are losing the focus on the quality. And you are generating the system inside the plant with the different people, because today you are allowing to happen these mistakes. Tomorrow your people on the business will do the same mistake, and one day one mistake will convert to 100 and 1,000 mistakes in your organization, which will become uncontrollable. Fourth part, standardization. We have talked about that. I'll not take much on over here for the sake of time. 5S, thinking how best trust but verify. How you can make a foolproof product which is having continuous insurance with the processes and sustain it. And 6S, we have already talked about safety, which is added around 5 years before into the 5S theorem. Very important slide. I need your my personal intervention over here. Most of the industries in manufacturing or any setup, they are struggling to control this kind of waste. They are called 8 wastages. In Japanese, these are called muda, M-U-D-A, muda. Defect. As we have shown in the cottage also, that if you keep on generating the defect product, it means either you are doing the rework of your component, material, commodity, or if your product is not reworkable, you are scrapping that product. It means you have a zero value of that product. For now, take a pause of it to understand who is going to pay off this rework cost, which is additional, or scrap cost, which is additional on the component? If I'm going to buy a computer in the market of XYZ company, and then if I go to the shop and shop owner say, this computer is 1,000 rupees more expensive because 500 rupees in this is put for rework of some of the chips inside, and 500 rupees because the first cable what is being put while manufacturing found bad and we have scrapped that. 1,000 rupees additional for this computer cost. Are you going to buy? Certainly not. As a customer, I don't care for the rework and rejection cost. And that is one of the base backbone of lean manufacturing system, of not to produce defective part which is not sellable, or where the rework cost is adding to your product which no one is going to pay you. This is one of the important area where our cost increases because we do not have right process in place, we do not have right people in place, and which result into costing of that product is high. And just go back to the slide which I talk about. If your product cost is high and price is fixed, you are going to play with your margins. Even though you want 10% of margin, but your cost is high, certainly you have to play with your profit only. So it means you yourself as a promoter have to pay that cost. Would you like to give it? Likely to answer is no. It means we have to work on defective parts improvement. There is a detail of it which I will not take today. Maybe later of the day, as I said, I will be sharing my contact number, how to bring into the business, how to improve your defect, how to control your processes, not to generate those things. There is a complete thorough process behind it, and we can implement that also. Second part, overproduction. What does it mean? I am needing Y component, Y product as a customer, but factory or a company has produced the X component or product which is lying in their finished good yards. So what will happen? The product which customer want does not available, do not have with the supply, and the material finished good what is produced lying over there, it is a loss of a company because this is already raw material which is converted with all the overhead cost to the finished good and taking the space of the finished good area, and Y component which I am required by the customer, I am not able to produce because the space is full. It is a double loss to the company. And this is also phenomena we could see in the system. That is why one of the concepts which is called pull production system and push production system came into the place. Earlier, the era was people were keep on producing, putting into the finished goods. That is called push production system. You keep on making the material and putting in the finished good. And whenever customer demands is there, it is coming from there. That is called push production system. But now the scenario has changed, which is coming more of pull production system. What customer want, you are going to produce that only. And so that you can reduce the overall overproduction cost. Subsequently, again, reduction in your cost. It's the same thing to maintain the profitability. Waiting. This is a very live example which is currently going on. You must be knowing that we are struggling, all over the world is struggling for semiconductor chip. And almost today's number was almost 700,000, which is 7 lakh cars. Owners are waiting for their car because of my chip shortage in the market from the worldwide market. The reason is different. I am not going for the reason, but I'm giving the example. So what will happen? A customer who is waiting to buy a car, an X person who has maintained their inventory the right way, or X company who has maintained their inventory the right way, he will be able to make that product. The other Y company who is not able to maintain his complete supply chain in such critical time, he will not have product to sell. So what will happen in such scenario? Customer will go to X where the material is available. Why I to wait? And that is another cost of process, which is called waiting. It is not in the manufacturing, but it is out of manufacturing. So waiting is another cost, time of waste. Fourth, which is relevant to the people, non-utilized talent. We could see in our company, organization, wherever we work, there are a plethora of people are available, and India is a hub of people. And we can see that our lot of people, those who go outside, they do the miracle, but somehow we are not able to utilize those talent in our Indian market. There must be some reason. We are at fault. We have people, we do not know how to utilize them better. And they remain in the system, become frustrated. When they become frustrated, they produce negative work in the organization. And this is called non-utilized talent. And that is why when it was said that lean manufacturing system is not dedicated only for manufacturing process. It is a mindset of a company to implement that. It is a bigger topic than a manufacturing for a lean manufacturing system, which one of the example I say, non-utilization of talent. Fifth part, transportation. We have seen last year 2020 from October onwards, the transportation logistic costs are going almost threefold and fourfold. The question comes whether my customer is going to pay me this logistic cost. What he is getting out of this as a value addition in the component or a product? Nothing. Why he should pay? And that is one of the waste. Because customer is not ready to pay, because we have read in 3C principle. So who will bear this additional transportation cost? It is a promoter or a company. It means once again, you are reducing your profitability or margins. Sixth point, inventory. In the second point, we talk about overproduction in the finished good. Sixth is just reverse of it, inventory at raw material stage. Too much raw material is available for X component, which there is no demand of it. So Y material, which I wanted to produce, there is no material. And we have seen in multiple organizations wherever I work with, and I heard of with my colleagues, this imbalance of inventory, which is causing huge money piling on the company. I have seen a company where lines are stopped for 2 to 3 days because of material shortage. However, in their stores, they have a 200 crore, 250 crore of material, raw material inventory, which is not used to reproduce that component. And if even though conservative side, if I say 3% or 4% interest cost of 200 crore, it is a huge loss to the company. Who is going to pay? Customer? No. It is again coming back to your cost part. Seventh is a motion. In the manufacturing area or in our area, we do lot of movement. I'll take you another example with the make more better understanding. Today, you start from your home and run around the outside of your area, around 20 kilometers, and come back to your home. What is your motion? It is 20 kilometers approximately. But what is your movement actually? Zero, because from where you have started, you are there only. And that is this difference between motion and movement. In our day-to-day area also, life and manufacturing area, we do a lot of manufacturing processes where we have a lot of motion. Pick the material, go to another area, pick the material, go to another area. And all those motion go to the non-value added work and result into more time to produce the same component, which is also one kind of loss. This again, motion is a very detailed and deep dive study how to improve your motion studies. And in manufacturing area, this is one of the best tools to improve your productivity And as far as my experience, wherever I work with, almost 20-25% of your productivity can be improved with the improvement of your motion, which is sometimes called time and motion studies. Sometimes it is called Yamazuni chart. So there are different names of it, but it is comes under motion. Last, not the least of the waste, is extra processing. So if you are keep on producing extra processing or extra rework of the material, it is again extra cost. No one is going to bear it. And that will also turn to your costing is high. My question to Mr. Devkarji or Yogesh, it is 6 o'clock. How far am I allowed to continue? Yogesh,
Sir, you can continue till 6:15 p.m.
6:15. So another 15 minutes.
We'll have optional answers.
Okay. So I'll finish by 6:15. Another 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So this is an overall wheel which is called lean manufacturing wheel. As I narrated about the time study, line balancing, VSM value stream mapping, single piece flow, which is called single price flow, 5S, which is now converted to 6X, SMED. It is a very, very beautiful concept which is being used where you are producing in the same line multiple product. It is called single minute exchange die. Kanban, ZIT, just in time, and total preventive maintenance. Even though these are the looks to be 8 small item, but believe me, my colleagues, is even one item, let's say value stream mapping or single piece flow or 5S, it takes almost a day or two to educate to your people or your organization, and it takes roughly 3 months to 4 months of time for implementation. Because this is a change of your mindset for implementation of lean manufacturing system. 45 minutes when I'm presenting, it is just tip of the iceberg, which I'm talking about lean manufacturing. It is a deep dive into it, which in a company, if you want to really interested to generate minimum of 20% improvement in your bottom line or 20% profitability in your business from the improve your cost, it takes roughly 6 months to 9 months of time, including education of your people, developing your systems, working on with your processes, and then 9 months of time you can see whatever the seed you have reaped in 9 months before, it is taking the birth. And that is a deep dive of this lean manufacturing system, where I'm running more on the iceberg this point of time. These are the different tools. I'll take it more narration, single minute exchange die, standard operation procedures, total preventive maintenance, which talks about equipment operation, how your machines are going to run right way. Because again, if your equipment is not running, your plant is idle. When your plant is idle, means you are adding the cost on your product, which no one is going to buy. Always keep remember all those names which is mentioned over here. This directly linked with your additional cost of your product, which customer is not going to buy. And that is why this is such a serious topic in worldwide forum, to remain competitive in the market, because you wanted to grow your business. And if you wanted to grow your business, these tools have to be followed in your day-to-day business. Value stream mapping, spaghetti diagram, as I said, the time motion study, or Yamazuni chart. This is also one of the kind of target which says spaghetti chart, where we see the people flow and movement, and then we control those movement and optimize the productivity to make your product. Throughput time, a product, how much time it takes from in to out, and how we can further reduce, because it is directly linked with your inventory at finished good and store also. Tech time, Kanban, 5S. This is a bigger picture to understand how overall organization work. Now I'm trying to link with lean manufacturing system and how this pyramid works. And please see to the left side of this thing: corporate strategy, business strategy, and functional strategy. As a promoter, as a business unit leaders, what you are, my colleagues, you define a corporate strategy sitting on the top. Under your people, the complete the business strategy comes in the picture. You define the target, you define the goals, you define the key performance indicator and other things. And now it comes to the functional strategy, how to implement those things. Take a look. If my functional strategy, what we think for, it goes in the toss, and the cost of a product or cost of an organization is higher than my business strategy, because I have said in business strategy, I am going to have a XYZ percentage of profit margin and having ABC crores of turnover. And this is my potential growth and how I am going to increase my database and customer base, and how I'm going to increase my margins. You are making a business strategy, which goes to the corporate. Everything is going to fail if your functional strategy is not right. That is why on the right hand side, when we say the top down approach is always from the top, it comes from your side, a big picture, what the goal is, which is broken to the down to the steps. Decisions are made at highest level and passed down, and communication flow via established by the delegation. You delegate to your junior, and that comes to the shop floor level. What happened to the bottom up approach? Projects begin with a company-wide collaboration. For example, you are putting a new setup of a new factory. You define XYZ crore of investment as a capital investment, and you set a target of 12 months where you need to set up the factory. That is your top-down approach. But what happened on the other side? The 100 crore project gone to 125 crores. The 12-month project timeline has gone to 15 months. Your lines are not ready, which is your bottom-up approach. What will happen? You are making the origin of business non-viable, because 25 crore additional money on the capex on the business, and 3 months delay means waiting for the market, and possibly the customer moves, because customer is most volatile. He does not wait your factory to be set up. He will go another way. And that is why the overall business communication channel on the business is equally important. And this is also part of how we bring our overall corporate strategy, business strategy, and functional strategy more leaner and focused way. That is why you have heard like right now, a lot of work is going on, project management work. This discipline, this area is going very heavily, how to improve your project management so that we talk about exact timeline, exact investment. And we have enormous example in our public sector or private sector. The bridges which are being built last 10 years, they are continually built. The budget is overshooted, and those money from where it is coming from? It is coming from everyone's pocket, indirectly or directly. So this is overall how annual strategy level goals and target setting are happened. Top-down approach and goal setting. Develop the management information system. That is a part of MIS. So if I am communicating by my top-down management, it means I'm generating the lean concept of communication. Various workshop to generate the idea platform to achieve the goals. Most of the company misses this. They make a target from the top. The inclusion from the bottom is not available. And we see that they are missing the goal, always indirectly missing the target, indirectly you're missing your revenues and profits. Monthly review of key performance indicator, which is called KPI, and develop the fallback plan. Conduct cross-functional meet, which does not happen. Reward and recognition. To doing something in the business, reward and recognition, promote your people is very much important. Bringing clear roadmap of lean manufacturing system across all levels. As I said, this is not only for manufacturing, this is for complete business acumen and business development plan across various levels. So if I go to implement a lean manufacturing system on any business, I first do not train the people on the shop floor. I get alignment with the promoter of the company, because this is a mindset, this is a new culture which we are evolving in the organization. If promoter is not agree with the mindset, the bottom cannot improve. And that is why this is a change of mindset of any company, not only the system which need to be implemented. How this can be done, these are small things which I'm not going more in deeper. Day-to-day shop floor, develop the shop floor organization, but those things I can elaborate when we connect one-on-one also, or maybe on your site, how to implement those lean manufacturing system and profitability and Kaizen initiative and other topics on your organization. These are the different check sheet which is being used in the different organization. It is just for understanding how to control your process control parameters, list of problem, Pareto, problem analysis, progress of measures, and problem development. Why it is required actually? This is actually when you come across different problems, when you're producing different commodity, you need to know what is happening in your business actually. And this kind of control board in a one picture, because you as a promoter wanted to have all the understanding in one page, understanding in a minimum area. And that's there the process control board takes a very vital role. These are problem solving techniques, how to use those problem solving techniques, because problem solving technique is the base and backbone of a lean manufacturing system, which works on PDCA, plan, do, check, action. If we control and our problem solving is quite good, we see we are able to control our process, turn to the profitability. These are the overall how you can see your metrics when it talks about safety, quality process, quality product, productivity, efficiency, people. That is a glimpse of a promoter which he would like to see how the overall my plant performance or my company performance is running in one piece of paper. And you can see from where I have started a different concept of lean manufacturing system, process control board from the different area, and how this can be funneling to one pager for a promoter or establishment company to understand and to see how the business is growing and how the business is running. This one page can tell you how you are going to the trajectory of good path, or you want some improvement in your processes or in the organization. And with this summary, I'm coming where I started: price, margin, and cost. You can see rework, rejection, waste, production cost, process cost, spare part management, indirect material, electricity, direct manpower, indirect manpower cost, which is before in this way. Improvement in the different area in your organization. In my basic calculation, in my experience, 15% to 25% is a basic where I can see improvement in your cost after implementation of lean manufacturing system in your business, not on the shop floor. So this was an overall basic understanding of lean manufacturing system. Everything which I have elaborated is a deep dive. It is a kind of 2 days complete course if you wanted to elaborate in your people organization. If you wanted to implement, it takes roughly, as I mentioned in the last line also, the lean system needs 6 to 9 months hand holding for implementation, where you can observe the cost reduction minimum of 6 to 10% is taking place. We do hand holding till implementation along with complete training of your employees. Along with this, lean system in detail required 2 days of complete workshop. If you are interested to train your employees, kindly you can invite us, write me. It is my email ID or contact number. And certainly with the virtue of my experience, this process remove waste and improve the profitability and reduce the overall product cost, because this is the way only to remain in your market and in the competitive market and year-on-year growth in your business. So thank you very much. And once again, thanks to Federation of Indian Industry and Professional, Mr. Devkar and Mr. Yogesh, for listening patiently, and thanks to all of you. Now I go back to Mr. Yogesh and open for questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pawan sir. It was a fantastic session. जैसे आपकी पर्सनैलिटी है, इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स सब्जेक्ट आपने इतने अच्छी तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया है, प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट, implementation of knowledge, everything is clear. If anyone has any questions, doubt तो किसी के मन में कुछ रहेगा नहीं, आपने इतने अच्छे के तरह से एक्सप्लेन किया है. इन किसी को कोई अगर क्वेश्चन है, सो प्लीज आप अपना जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स है अनम्यूट करके आप आपके 1 by 1 क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं. अगर आपको कोई चैलेंज या क्वेश्चन है, if you want to ask question round has just started. Okay. Anyone? Does anyone have any question?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. And first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Pawan Vij for such a wonderful and informative session. Really, it is required. It is requirement of the industry. It is said that the price of any product is fixed. Means you cannot charge even a single penny from a customer. So the best way of improving your margin is to reduce your overheads and the cost. So competition is so much. It's like competition is increasing day by day, and no customer is ready to pay you a single rupee extra. So by implementation of this lean manufacturing and other system, one can reduce their cost. That is fantastic thing. My question for Mr. Vij is, like you have told that the implementation part is it takes 6 to 9 months of time to implement all these process and lean manufacturing system. So what is the involvement of the cost? Like there are two things. One will be like maybe you can call it a consulting charges or on the consulting fee. So apart from the consulting fee, is there any other cost that will be involved in implementing this lean manufacturing system? Say if the turnover of the company is suppose like a small and medium company of like 50 crore or 60 crore turnover is there of that company. So what will be the cost of implementing this lean manufacturing system? This is question from my side, sir.
Okay, thanks, Niteshji. It is a wonderful question actually, and maybe you have asked the question. I think looks to be from other behalf also, those who are willing to ask. First of all, certainly it is a I would say let us company of which is around 50 to 100 crore of company. First of all, promoter need to be. It is very much important for lean manufacturing. Promoter owner has to have a mindset. Yes, I am going to establish it, and this is the key of giving the profitability. That is the foremost important. Second, the implementation fee or consultation, I would not say it is a consultation because it is more of hand holding. Once I am owner by the company along with them, I become part of that business, and it is more of hand holding with them till the implementation of complete manufacturing processes and systems basically. So I do not have this point of time exact amount, but roughly I would say it is 5 lakhs to 7 lakh rupees of amount, which is of 9 months of time. And first, more important is training part, which takes most of the time. You know, for a cricketer, you know this, on the ground, it matches of 20 over match. But actually for 20 over match, you have to have a practice of years and years. Even for 100-meter race for 10 seconds, it is a matter of 10 seconds only, but it is a practice of years and years to win that race. So it is a more of practice and understanding of your people employee. There you put, or I put 70% of the time. Once they understood with a different coding, and that is why most of the money goes for the different training and training of the people. And this training is not the only classroom training with the board and PowerPoint presentation. There are different kind of games are available, which I play with different people, how to improve the work time study, to understand the concept. जो आज हम देख रहे हैं कि हमारे बच्चे जो हैं किताबों से ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज में सीखते हैं, जो हमारी आज की नीड भी है कि आज हम एक बार कॉलेज में आते हैं लेकिन हमें ज्यादा कुछ समझ भी नहीं आता, जो हमारे सीखते हैं वो हम बाहर आके कंपनी में ही सीखते हैं। उसी तरीके से हम अपने इसमें बहुत सारे गेम्स खिलाते हैं जो कि टोटल अंडरस्टैंडिंग इसमें कर सके। इसके लिए इसमें थोड़ा सा इसमें यहाँ पे कॉस्टिंग लगती है, मोर ऑन द ट्रेनिंग पार्ट, बट मोर लेस आई वुड से 4 to 7 lakhs is a quite good amount for 9 months of time where someone can implement with this and this cost.
Great, sir. Thank you, Pawan, sir. Actually, you have told that the owner or the promoters need to have mindset for implementation of this type of program.
Right.
But the thing is, like when it comes to the down the line people, it is very difficult to change their mindset. Though owner is ready to implement such type of program, but when it comes for the downline people who are involved in day-to-day activities. They are not finding time to do their day-to-day activities, and if they are going for this additional work, then it is very difficult for them to like adjust their day-to-day working. So resistance comes from these people who are actually who needs to have this mindset that they require this type of training or this type of program. So it is very challenging to change the mindset of people, sir.
I would say, however, on the contrary side, Niteshji, it is more of the believing system and demonstration. If you take them for 2 days classroom training and run through all the lean manufacturing system, people will not believe it, right? But when you start taking some kind of different games, because we always also learn from the different experience, right? We were also not believing that we can fly one day and the aeroplane fly in the air. It was not there. The bulb can run. It was not that point of time. But as the experience is there coming up, we keep on building the trust on the system. So when you do the lot of different physical exercises on the shop floor, so for that purpose, what we do actually, we after training, we do not do complete lean manufacturing in the complete plant. We take a sample area that is called master place. So all the people together of 20-15 cross-functional team, identify the people from the different people from the organization. They work on this very small area, maybe 10 by 10 square feet. On that particular area, make a master place for lean manufacturing system. And once these people are doing this 10 by 10 square feet area, they are seeing that this is getting really done. The confidence build up. And as soon as confidence of this 15 people are done, you won the match. But then because this 15 people will move to 150 people, and this 150 people move to 1,000, 1,500 people of your organization. And that is the way it works in the system.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you again, sir. So, और किसी को कोई और questions है regarding today's session? Yes. Anyone? Okay. So I think आपने इतने जब भी कोई डाउट नहीं होता है तो दो ही चीजें होती है, एक तो पूरा समझ में आया या कुछ समझ में नहीं आया।
दोनों ही बहुत अच्छा है। अगर समझ में आ गया that is wonderful, और नहीं समझ में आया they can contact me personally.
Yes sir, definitely. But मैं नहीं समझता कि सेकंड यहाँ पे सिचुएशन होगी, फर्स्ट सिचुएशन है, इतने अच्छे तरीके से आपने एक्सप्लेन किया है, फिर भी सर का आपके पास कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स है, सो यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट सर. सो हियर वी विल एंड द सेशन, क्योंकि लगता नहीं किसी को कुछ डाउट है, सो हम यहाँ पे रुकते हैं. जिसको FIIP के बारे में, फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रियल एंड प्रोफेशनल्स के बारे में जानना है, किसी और को भी इस सेशन इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम के सेशन लेने हैं या और कुछ डिटेल जानना है, तो हमें चैट बॉक्स में लिंक दी गई है. और प्लीज आपका फीडबैक फॉर्म जरूर भरिए, बिकॉज फीडबैक इज द ब्रेकफास्ट ऑफ चैंपियंस. और आज जो भी सेशन हुआ है, उनको आपको जो भी लगता है उस सेशन के बारे में, तो फीडबैक फॉर्म जरूर भरिए. और जो भी डिटेल्स दी गई है चैट बॉक्स में रिगार्डिंग ऑल द प्रोग्राम्स, बिजनेस नेटवर्किंग मीटिंग हो या बाकी सब डिटेल्स के लिए आपको यहाँ पे लिंक दी गई है. सो उस लिंक पे जाके आप और डिटेल्स ले सकते हैं. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर पार्टिसिपेटिंग एंड गिविंग सच अ great response, and thank you so much sir again for your wonderful session. Thank you so much. So we will end the session here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.